My current role obviously is General Manager of Project Delivery, and we're really proud that we've got such a high rate of contracts being assigned to local Tasmanian businesses. And it's even getting down to the point now where we're asking them, what type of relationships can we have with you where you can support the local community better? And then that links to trainees, and so they're really keen to put trainees on. There's a huge skills shortage certainly in the civil industry in Tasmania at the moment, so we're really trying to engage with local market to put them in the best position so that they can actually invest in local people and give them an opportunity to get a career in the water industry, tapped to our industry, but then also other civil industries around the state.
It's really important that we keep young talent in Tasmania, and as a key employer here in Tasmania, we need to play a part in offering these early careers programs. In saying that, we also need to attract people from outside Tasmania, bring them into Tasmania and ensure they stay here.
I've always had a big interest in conservation. I think that the flora and fauna in Australia is so incredibly diverse and amazing. So I kind of wanted a role that was rewarding and fulfilling, but kind of had a lot of different factors to it, and I definitely get that as an environmental advisor. I basically look at all the different environmental risks associated with the construction projects that we do, and that ranges from like animals and plants and trees and species identification, but we also look at things like European and Aboriginal heritage sites as well to make sure that we mitigate any of those risks.
So we're really fortunate here at TasWater that we offer a number of career pathway options for emerging talent coming into the organisation. So one of those pathways that is actually really new for us in 2024 is our apprenticeship pathway. So this year we had 3 apprentices start with us, 1 in the mechanical fitting space and 2 for electrical and instrumentation.
I started off as an apprentice plumber, so I wasn't really a big fan of school, but I remember my mother saying really clearly, you're not going to get a dead-end job, and so you have to have an apprenticeship or something like that. That was my start in the water industry.
Those coming straight from school, maybe they don't want to go down the pathway of university, but instead they want that more trade, hands-on experience and opportunity. So that's really one pathway we have. The other is more targeted at the university pathway. So we have our scholarship program where we have 3 scholarships that we provide through TasWater.
We have our Steve Balcombe Scholarship, we have our Women in STEM Scholarship, and our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Scholarship.
Another pathway that we also offer is our summer placement program. So that is targeted at students that are in their second to last year of university, so their penultimate year from graduating. And what they get the opportunity to do is come and work with us for a 12-week period over the summer break for them. And they get to work with different teams across the business and really actually get an opportunity to undertake different projects and interesting tasks, really applying their learnings from university in a real world context.
Studying, you just learn stuff in theory, you don't know how to use them in the real world, in the industry. But when you do the placement, you're starting to realize how things work in actual industry and real world.
So we also have our graduate program, which is a 2-year fixed term program, very structured and competency based. So very much targeting those disciplines that are going to support our growth as an organisation.
I started with Hobart Water 21 years ago. I was a graduate from UTAS and I responded to an ad in the paper. And so here I am 21 years later, still within the water industry in Tasmania, and I've seen quite a lot in that time. I've been through 2 water industry reforms, any number of staff changes, CEOs. I've seen the organisation grow significantly. I've seen lots of improvements in the services we provide. And for myself, I've moved through many different roles and positions. and I've gathered a lot of experience along the way.
I was in my final semester at uni and I was trying to look at all the different options that I had after I graduated. I went on Seek and I saw that TasWater was taking applications for the graduate program. They did say it was environmental science, but I thought I'd give it a red hot crack anyway, since it is a bit of a similar background. Did the interview in the height of my uni exams and assessments. Went really well. It was a really encouraging, positive interview experience for me.
Our graduate program is quite diverse. We have students that have graduated and come into roles within our engineering teams, but also the broader business, IT, HR, our climate change teams. We've got lots of different opportunities.
I would say that even if what you're studying isn't exactly the graduate role or title, just apply anyway. I know a few of us, like I studied biological science, not environmental science, but I was still considered and I still got through, and I have found it so interesting as well, branching out from what I learned at uni and being able to learn so many different things that are similar. Some things are similar, some things are different. So even if you are doing something vaguely similar, it's definitely worth a shot, and you will meet so many people, whether they're other graduates or other people that you work with, and you'll have so many different opportunities.
And I did originally think it was about science and engineering, but yeah, when I saw that they were now offering finance, that was very cool. I always knew that I wanted to do like a graduate program after I graduated. And so obviously I had my ear open, I was looking on Seek and LinkedIn and all those sort of sites, and the TasWater one came up and I read it and it sounded perfect, exactly what I was after. You get 3 rotations in different areas, and yeah, it just really fitted what I wanted.
We advertise that nationwide, but we've already identified those summer placement students as potential key talent.
I studied in Swinburne University of Technology in Hawthorn. I studied Bachelor of Engineering and majoring in Mechanical. And after graduating, I was looking for opportunities to start my career in engineering. That's when I came across the TasWater graduate program. And I found this graduate program to be a boost to my career. I expect to develop my skills as an engineer, to work and collaborate with professional engineers.
It's really important as a key Tasmanian business to attract other young talent to the Tasmanian state. We're a brilliant business and we have so many opportunities that we want to bring as much talent in as we can.
I was really impressed by the supportive work environment that TasWater provides.
So it's really important for us, TasWater, to have a presence for students coming through their studies. And that starts at the high school level. So one of the initiatives that we're a key sponsor for is the Science and Engineering Challenge. And that is targeting students across Tasmania, years 9 and 10, that are interested in potentially going down a pathway of STEM-related subjects.
My last years of high school, I went to do a science and engineering competition, and it was just more for a bit of fun. It was a couple of days off school and we'd go down and be given these challenges and just have a bit of a muck around for the day, to be honest, have a bit of fun and solve these problems in a team. And I do think that's had an influence on what I've chosen since then. In college, a lot of my courses, probably 75%, were science and engineering related. I did chemistry, physics, and all the maths you can do. And yeah, well, I think that's sort of where I came up with my decision to go study engineering at university. And yeah, now I'm an engineer, so that's where I am now.
After I finish the graduate program, I'm hoping to move on and get my CPA. And I think with the valuable experience I get from the graduate program, it will open up so many opportunities.
I was living in Melbourne for 2 years. I was just working there, trying to figure out life in the new culture and the new country. Then I decided to do my master in information technology and I came to Tasmania. I did my master in UTAS and I graduated a few months back, and now I'm working at TasWater.
We've grown and nurtured those graduates over that 2-year period. So it's about identifying what ongoing roles and opportunities there are for them within the business.